Anem was not a city that filled the scrolls of Israel's grand history. It had no towering kings, no resounding battles, no prophets whose voices shook the earth. Yet in the quiet fabric of the Levitical inheritance, Anem stood as a sacred thread, woven into the purpose of God's design. It was a Levitical city, one of the 48 scattered across the tribal lands of Israel, assigned not by ambition or conquest, but by divine appointment. The land of Issachar was fertile, a rolling stretch of rich soil and open fields. It was here, in this tribe's portion, that Anem was set aside for the descendants of Gershon, one of Levi's sons. These men were not warriors or rulers. They were servants of the sanctuary, keepers of the worship, guardians of the holy things, instructors of the law. Anem likely hummed with the quiet rhythm of spiritual duty. Its people rose with the sun to tend not only to fields but to hearts. They were singers, scribes, and shepherds, not of sheep, but of souls. From their town, they would travel to the tabernacle or temple for their appointed seasons, then return with wisdom to share, songs to teach, and truths to uphold. While cities like Jerusalem roared with politics and sacrifice, Anem moved in the background, faithful, steady, unnoticed by the proud, yet cherished by the Lord. Its fields bore crops, but its houses bore knowledge. Children grew up not only learning how to farm or trade, but how to read the scrolls, how to sing the psalms, how to recognize the voice of Yahweh. There was no crown in Anem, no army barracks or palace. But it was holy nonetheless, because its identity was rooted in service. The Levites of Anem did not own land as an inheritance, for the Lord himself was their portion. Every grain of wheat, every cup of oil they received came through the offerings of the other tribes, a sign of the nation's interdependence, and a symbol of how the sacred and the secular must always walk hand in hand. Even when Israel turned from God, when temples fell and exiles came, the memory of cities like Anem remained. They were the silent witnesses to the nation's covenant. Places where worship once rose like incense, where children once asked, "What do these laws mean?" and fathers answered, "They are the words of the Lord." Anem did not become a ruin in God's eyes. It remained part of the promise, a stone in the foundation of worship, a reminder that every quiet town, every forgotten servant, every seemingly small duty in God's kingdom has eternal worth. In the pages of 1 Chronicles, Anem is mentioned just once. But heaven knows the sound of its songs, the weight of its prayers, and the names of those who walked its roads in faith.